Okay. So, are you ready?
I'm ready.
You ready to get started?
Let's
I'm
come.
going to turn this over. You haven't seen any of these, obviously, because I haven't by you. All right. Who are you?
I am me.
Okay.
I'm defined as a wife,
Mm-hmm.
a mother,
Mm-hmm.
don't work anymore outside of the home.
But is that who you are?
I'm always growing.
What do you do here?
I live here. I provide.
Where are you headed?
Up.
When did you fall in love with me?
When you were walking out of Vic's, you were wearing that stupid green shirt.
Uh-huh.
You know which one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Abercrombie and Fitch.
yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, and you had the biggest smile on your face and you were laughing your ass off.
I tend to do that.
Yeah.
I do tend to do that. What year was that? 2007?
That's the first time I saw you. Like the first time.
Oh, wait. So that was the first time you like saw. I know what you mean. Not like saw with your eyes, but like saw me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Why are you doing this?
I'm doing this for you. Because you wanted to do that. And I want to do it for you.
Okay, great. Then how is your life?
Exciting.
Oh, it's a great fucking answer. Okay. So those are the first 6. So we're 6 down already.
Okay.
That was quick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I told you it'd be easy. I just wanted you to have a little bit of introduction. I think it's definitely the way I'm going to keep doing that. Did you ever legit enjoy wine? Not how it made you feel. So not the alcohol, but like wine as a, way to imbibe alcohol.
Yeah.
Okay. Elaborate.
The very first bottle of that Italian red sweet wine.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it. And I thought all wine was going to be like that. And it wasn't.
Just follow up. How disappointed were you? This isn't a question. This doesn't count. But it's just a follow up because I'm going to do follow ups because they come to mind. How disappointed were you with the bottle of wine that we bought from Maynard's place in the mountains in Arizona? I can't remember the name of the town now, but
they're in Jerome.
Yeah. Caduceus. Yeah. So when we bought it,
yeah,
they said what? That we had to wait at least 8 years because it hadn't rested or something.
He said it would be a good bottle of wine now. It'll be a great bottle of wine in
8 years, I think it was. So we waited. And how did you feel about that one?
It wasn't terrible.
Yeah.
It was sweet. It was a red.
Yeah.
But I don't like wine.
There you go. See it. There you go. Answer the question. Okay. Can you name something that took place in the world of some sort of meaning on the year of your birth?
I cannot. I know there was a blizzard in the Mojave Desert.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's interesting, right? You don't get a lot of blizzards in the Mojave Desert, last I checked. Speaking of the desert,
Oh,
okay, in one word, you get one word to describe what you miss the most about the desert. So like what you yearn for the most.
the smell.
The smell. So, okay. So it's a tactic, like, because I would have said the heat, right? Which is weird because like you hate the heat when you're there. At least I did. I was only there for 3 years, but like I hated it because it was like oppressive.
Yeah, it's like when it's really, really snowy here.
It is like when it's really, really, it's actually worse. And we know this now. Like it's worse when it's cold for long stretches. And I don't mean cold like, 20 degrees. I mean cold like negative 20 degrees. And when it's like that for like 10 days, that's when it's like a prison, right?
Yeah.
It's that same kind of feeling.
Yeah.
So the smell, why? Why the smell?
It has a very unique smell. The dirt is in the air. You can smell the earth. You can smell any bit of floral blooms because it carries in that dry air.
Right.
And when it rains.
When it rains, because where you are from, it rains so little. Like I said, I can only speak to the 3 years I was there.
I think it rained one time in that 3.
It rained like 3 times.
Okay.
And I remember them all very distinctly because like there was one time when I was really close to Main Street and it turned into a river.
Mm-hmm.
And like the whole road was just covered in water rolling downhill. And it was like, holy fuck, like it rained for 15 minutes. But then I like learned from that experience that there's just no drainage because
Drainage is hard.
yeah, and so it's so different than here where we can get rain for days and days and days and it'll disappear. It just disappeared. Now, it did in the desert too, but it just did damage first. And that was weird to me. It was weird. And then one of the other times I experienced rain was actually down the hill. And I tell that story because I didn't realize that California roads like that weren't like they're concrete and none of the oil doesn't seep in and none of it gets washed away. So when you get a little bit of rain, it's like you're on ice. It's crazy. Anyway, smell. I like that. Okay. This is a bit of you got to give more here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Think about your best day that instantly comes to mind. Like not thinking about it too much, just off the top of your head and describe it from like, not from what you did or what day it was by like definition of what happened but describe like the day, like what makes it amazing.
Like that have already lived.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah, not a made up day that
So what
would be perfect. I'm not saying like a perfect day, just okay. So when I hit you with it, I think you can like the day, like it's something you're trying to think of a day, right? So initially you're gonna go to like something that happened, but I want you to like think past that to like the weather or like why, like the potential coincidences that led you to it being such a monumental day. Because no great day is just one thing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, great things can happen in a day. It doesn't make the day great. A great day.
Right.
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
You want me to tell you the day?
I want you to describe it.
It's cloudy.
Yeah.
Cloudy, yeah. Little chilly
Mm-hmm.
and icky looking out.
Mm-hmm.
I listened to classical music
Mm-hmm.
and wondered if I could train my brain to associate good things with that music. So I just listen to that song every day and I would have that same feeling every day.
Okay.
Kimas.
That's the day.
Yeah.
Like that's the
day.
So what'd you do about it?
I didn't do anything I thought I was going to do.
Okay. It's gonna be, oh my God. What kind of music do you actually enjoy?
I enjoy oldies.
Yeah. What do you consider oldie?
Oldies, like Buddy Holly.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So like 50s, 60s.
Yeah.
So like what we grew up knowing
As oldies.
Okay. Yeah. That's why I have to ask, because like you have to define it. Okay. Continue.
I like springy, summery music.
So like beach vibe?
Yeah.
Really? I mean, you say that.
Yeah.
How do you define love?
An overwhelming amount of compassion and drive inside yourself for somebody else to be. You just want the best for them.
Okay. Can you have that for yourself?
Yeah.
Can you? All right. I'm going to say a couple of words, okay? And when I do, I want you to, like, this is a rapid association, okay? Like legit, okay? Are you ready for the
first one that pops out?
The first flash of memory, the wave of whatever. Okay? Think of your dad.
Smile.
Yeah?
Well, I saw him, so I can't say what him is.
Fair enough. And you saw a smile.
I saw a smile.
Fantastic. God damn, baby, you're making this too fucking easy. What's your Patronus?
Oh, I'm a crane.
A crane?
A crane.
Why? I need to.
They're very majestic.
Okay.
They're kind of an asshole, but they're
okay.
Strong, beautiful, majestic.
Fucking A, I like that. That's a really good one. Fantastic. I like that question. For our family, like, it really fucking applies to, and I think I'll ask weirdos that don't know anything about it either. What's your favorite movie?
Ooh, 10 Things I Hate About You.
Yeah, okay. That pretty much just, like, that, you only need one, like, you like other movies, but, like, for me, for that question, right?
Yeah.
I could take, years trying to explain how I arrived at it. But, like, I like that. I like that you're like, if I have one, I already know what it's going to be. I think that's awesome, because I over fucking think it to the point that it's like, well, what genre, what era, what style? Okay. If you could pick somebody to make a documentary, who would you pick, and who would you make the documentary about? And it can be somebody that's already had a documentary like made about them, but you just would want to make another one. So anyone that you could make a movie, like a document.
Okay. It would be about, it'd be Ira Glass.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, so Ira Glass is who you would want to make it.
yeah.
That is a fucking good name. Good name.
I don't know who I would want.
You just want Ira Glass.
Yeah.
Voice and like pattern and stuff. That's fantastic. Oh man, I had forgotten how much we listened, but you got to come up with someone.
I will.
Plays the Jeopardy theme in the background.
Well, all I'm hearing are crickets.
It's awful. We'll come back to that. Oh shit. So,
actually,
hold on.
I have an idea of a person, but not an actual person.
Okay. Well, what's the idea of a person?
Like somebody who is living the lifestyle we want in the modern, like going like off grid, but having like a documentary and
right.
What led them there, what they've done to get there, what they've gained, what they've lost, all the things.
Right. And because it would have to be like, because of who would be doing it, it would have to feel very genuine and homemade though. Like it couldn't be like a high budget,
right?
Like document, like not like I would want to make like some crazy 5-part series about like the author or like Stephen King, man. Like I you know what I'm saying? Like just somebody who has changed so many people's lives, but like you don't really know anything about. You know what I'm saying? So, but that again, that's that person in a different timeline from the one we've been on. But like it couldn't be commercial in any way, shape, or form. It has to be like the most underground thing. So it's like I think people do that on TikTok. Like I think people make their own documentaries on TikTok. They talk about why they're doing those things. They do it on Facebook too, like why they're doing it or what made them like want to change from like this idea that we have to keep getting more subjugated to our things,
I think TikTok and Facebook and all the little YouTube that like you said, people are doing their own. I think if it were done with such production and you can actually see it larger than life, that it's gonna feel.
And with Ira Glass on board, you could totally hit the film festival circuit, like you go, like absolutely, and be in college towns and shit, where people are, hopefully, coming back to reality a little bit. But yeah, awesome, fantastic. Took us a minute to get there, thank God, because like this is going so fast. But I should have known that. I
can talk to you. I'm really comfortable around you.
Yeah. But your answers are still as like quick as possible. Some of them were meant to be that way. Some of them weren't. But okay. I like. I had another year. Can you name something from the year of our first child? So that'd be, what year?
Yeah, the housing market crunch.
Fuck. Right? And see, now we just gave away the year because anyone around our age knows exactly what year the fucking market, the housing market fucking tanked and how we were paying over $5 a gallon for fucking gas in Illinois.
Yep.
And driving to and from school and to and from work 30 miles each way in one vehicle, back and back and back and back.
Yep.
Hey, we fucking survived that shit, right? Yeah, that's right. Anyway, okay. Oh, favorite sports moment?
When the Cubs won the World Series.
It's not a stupid question. I like that, like, see, something like that that's easy for you. I like for you to at least acknowledge it in a conversation where you're talking about other things, because it was a legitimately huge moment for you. You know, like, it wasn't just, well, because somebody else liked it, or because, like, it's something you've had,
Yep.
you know, your cup fandom is something you've taken with you from a very young age that's yours. And we connected over it because I very much am the same way. But it came from an older generation through love.
Yep.
And that's why we carried love for the team with us. Like, it's not a brand thing, or it's barely an area thing. You obviously, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we grew up fucking 2,000 miles apart, loving, you know. Anyway. Okay. I believe, as I'm looking at this now, that was 19. So we got through 19. And then the last one.
The hard one.
Is there anything you want to say?
Oh, yeah, all the time. In this moment, no.
That is the first answer to that question, and it is now the benchmark for best answer going forward. I don't know when it'll be beat. Yes, all the time, but in this moment, not really. Fucking fantastic, baby. Thank you.
You.
I love you. Fucking A. I'm so glad that I got to, like, you know.
Those are good questions.
Thank you. Thank you. I was trying to pace it a little bit, you know, like, start off hot, then go into some, you know, but then not too deep, and come back a little, and then get the deep stuff, come back out. But it was the first run. So I'm just going to cut this at some point. And then I'll just edit
How was your banana bread?
like, I'll do an ending and a beginning. I'll probably do that, like, right now. What?
How was your banana bread?
Holy fuck. Like, that was the best banana bread I've ever had.
I love that you say that every time you make it.
You're getting better. Like, I just stopped eating the shit that fails. Like, if it was bad, I would have taken a little bite of it and I wouldn't have eaten it. Like, and then just wouldn't have said anything. Dude, why would I discourage you by talking shit? Like, I came in hot early on trying to give, like, tips, trying to be like, oh, you know, if you try this or if you experiment with that. But the truth of the matter is you had to build up your own comfort with working in the kitchen like that. Like, you've literally never had the time in your life to work in a kitchen the way you're forcing yourself to work in the kitchen now. And even saying that term sounds nasty in my mouth,
Yeah.
working in the kitchen, because of what we've been conditioned to.
Right.
But you are finding your own rhythm and you're experimenting with shit on your own and you're doing your own research. So I'm not needed. Like, I can be feedback. The boys are feedback. And when you make something new, we are eager to give you feedback. Not because we're talking shit, but because we're tasting our food. We're not just shoving shit down our throat and running away from the table. We're sitting there eating a meal, thinking about what's in it and what can make it better and talking about it. That is, like, core shit. But to discourage, never. But when you fuck up, it's not like you don't know. When your bread fell the other day, there's nothing I'm going to say that you're going to be like, oh, I wish I would have thought of that. No, you knew exactly what went wrong.
Yeah, that's the first time that's happened.
Yeah, and I mean, well, and there was a first time for it to be the perfect texture of fluffiness, and there was there was the first time that it was way too puffy, like, and you're doing things that we never thought you'd be able to do, not because you weren't capable, but because you didn't have the time or the ability to focus on it or whatever, because you had to go work. And to be honest, would we be better off, like, monetarily if you were working. Jesus fucking Christ. It's night and day. You were making as much, if not more than me at the end there for 2 years, probably. We had gaps, but like we were pulling in the most we had ever pulled in. But as we discussed last night.
Yeah.
Right. So the realness of the flipping mentally, like the commitment that we made months and months and months ago to have that day where it was point of no return, we are committing now or we are sticking it out.
Right.
And we chose to commit. Like that was zero. Like we said it then, and I think we forget it. We act like we but that was zero. And the shit that you pushed, he's so cute and gotten better at, and all the things I just said, that's all a lot more than zero. So it's all a fucking blessing. Like it's all fucking awesome. It's all reaping what we're sowing. Like I can't wait to see if we can actually get any type of reaction to the soap.
Yeah.
Like it's not like, again, it's never about money. But like if we can put a nice soap out there that a handful of people like and want.
And it changes their life in
for real.
way.
Yeah, well, and the why, right? I think the why is so important. It's not that it's going to be the best soap you're ever going to use in your life, or we have some secret ingredient, like, because that ain't it. It's just that it's fucking natural, and we took the time to make it so that we can offer an option to people that might want one that isn't in a store with all the fucking added shit in it, because there's no added anything. Like, we're not even going to color it.
No.
And like, we didn't even discuss coloring it. It wasn't even a conversation, because it was like, no, that's the opposite of the point. And the goat milk thing is because that's what we want to have. That's what we want to do. So we get out in front of it by using goat milk that we buy before we're capable of having our own goats. But we already have a process for when we can. Well, not when we can, when we make that happen. But you know what I'm saying. It's all progress. And we're not going about it a cheap way. We don't have something to sell. We don't have any, like, we're at zero for that. So we have tons of stuff to sell. Nope. Because that's what we're doing. But you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have anything like a house or, no. Anyway. Beep, beep. Beep, beep.
Good night, TM. Good night, TM.
Why aren't you back? We weren't even down here, though. Okay.
He wants your strings, too. No, they're in.
What you doing? Okay. Ow. By the way, I would never want a documentary made about Stephen King. I don't know why that name. I wanted to say the person that wrote those books, the like Wicked and Son of a Witch and shit, but it didn't. McGregor or McGuire, but it didn't like come to my mind quick enough. So like, I stumbled and I said Stephen King. Fuck Stephen King. His books are trash anyway.